My name is Margaret. I'm 58 years old, and this is the story of how my son's entitled fiancée tried to use me as her personal ATM, and how I taught her the most expensive lesson of her life. My son, Alex, is 26 years old. He's a good kid, smart, hardworking, kind. I raised him as a single mother after his father passed away when Alex was just 5. We didn't have much, but I worked hard to give him a good life. Alex met Brittany 2 years ago. She came from money. Her parents owned multiple businesses. She drove a BMW, wore designer clothes. When Alex brought her home for the first time, I was immediately struck by how different she was from us. "So, Margaret," she said at that first dinner, looking around my modest home, "this is cozy." The way she said cozy made it clear she meant small. But Alex was in love, so I tried. I really did. The problem started when they got engaged 6 months ago. Alex called me, excited, and told me he'd proposed. I was thrilled, until he mentioned the wedding. "Brittany has some ideas," he said carefully. "Big ideas." "How big?" I asked. "She wants a destination wedding. Tuscany. About 150 guests. She's thinking maybe $80,000 total?" I nearly dropped the phone. $80,000? "I know it's a lot, Mom, but her parents are paying for most of it. They said they'd cover $50,000. Brittany was hoping maybe you could cover the rest?" $30,000. My entire savings account had $35,000, money I'd been saving for retirement after working as a nurse for 35 years. "Alex, that's my retirement savings." "I know, Mom. I told Brittany it was too much, but she really wants this perfect wedding and—" "Let me think about it," I said. 2 days later, Brittany called me directly. Not Alex, Brittany. "Margaret, Alex said you're thinking about the wedding contribution. I just wanted to chat with you about some of the details." She didn't wait for me to respond before launching into her vision: a villa in Tuscany, a designer dress, $8,000, a renowned photographer, $5,000, a live band, $4,000, flowers imported from France, $3,000, and on and on. "Brittany," I interrupted, "this is very expensive." "Oh, I know, but it's a once-in-a-lifetime event. And honestly, Margaret, I'd think you'd want to contribute to your only son's wedding. My parents are being so generous with their $50,000. It's only fair that you match their enthusiasm." $30,000 is a lot of money. For some people, maybe. But you're a nurse, right? You must have savings. And what else are you going to spend it on? You're not getting any younger. I felt my jaw tighten. "Excuse me?" "I just mean, when you get older, you don't really need as much money. No offense, but Alex and I are starting our lives together. This is an investment in our future." "I'll think about it," I said again, and hung up. I called Alex. "Did you tell Brittany to call me?" "No, she did that on her own. Mom, I'm sorry. She's just excited." "She's not excited, Alex. She's entitled. And she basically told me I should give her my retirement money because I'm old and don't need it." "She didn't mean it like that." "How did she mean it then?" Silence. "Mom, please. I love her. I want to marry her, and she wants this perfect wedding. Can't you help us?" I heard the pleading in his voice. My son, my only child, asking me to make his dream come true. "Okay," I said. "I'll pay for it." "Really, Mom? Thank you so much." "On one condition," I added. "I'm in charge of the payments. I'll coordinate with the vendors directly. I want to make sure the money is spent wisely." "Of course, whatever you want. Mom, you're the best." I wasn't doing it to be the best. I was doing it because I had a plan. Over the next 2 months, Brittany sent me a constant stream of demands. I found a better photographer, only $7,000. The dress I wanted was sold out, but there's another one for $10,000. We need to upgrade the wine selection, add another $2,000. Every time, I said, okay, I'll take care of it. I kept a detailed spreadsheet of every request. The total cost kept climbing: $85,000, $90,000, $95,000. Brittany's parents, meanwhile, had only committed to their original $50,000. Everything beyond that, $45,000, was supposed to come from me. But here's what I actually did. I didn't book anything. I told Brittany I had booked everything. I sent her fake confirmation emails that I'd created. I told her the villa was reserved, the photographer was locked in, the flowers were ordered. But I hadn't spent a single dollar. 3 weeks before the wedding, Brittany called me panicked. Margaret, I just called the villa to confirm some details, and they said they don't have a reservation under our name. That's strange, I said calmly. Let me look into it. Look into it? The wedding is in 3 weeks. I'm sure it's just an administrative error. Did you actually book anything? Brittany's voice was shrill now. Brittany, we should talk in person. Can you and Alex come over tonight? They arrived 2 hours later. Brittany stormed in, her face red with anger. Alex looked confused and worried. What is going on? She demanded. I've been calling vendors all afternoon. None of them have bookings under our name. Not the photographer, not the caterer, nothing. I sat down calmly on my couch. That's correct. I didn't book anything. Alex's face went pale. Mom, what? You didn't book anything? Brittany screamed. The wedding is in 3 weeks. Are you insane? I'm not insane. I'm just not stupid. What is that supposed to mean? It means I was never going to spend $45,000 of my retirement savings on your overpriced fairy tale wedding, Brittany. But you said you would pay for it. No, I said I'd take care of it. And I did. I took care of making sure you learned a valuable lesson. Brittany looked like she was about to have a stroke. You lied to us? No more than you lied to Alex. What are you talking about? I pulled out my phone and opened my email. I did some research over the past 2 months. You told Alex your parents were contributing $50,000 to the wedding, right? Yes, they are. That's interesting because I emailed your mother last week to coordinate some details. She told me they were contributing $20,000, not $50,000, 20. Brittany's face went from red to white. You told Alex your parents were paying $50,000 so that I'd feel pressured to match that energy. You inflated their contribution to manipulate me into paying more. You were planning to pocket the difference. That's not... I wasn't... Don't lie, I said firmly. Your mother's email is right here. She was very clear about their budget. Alex stared at Brittany. Is this true? Alex, baby, I can explain. Did you lie about your parents' contribution? His voice was hard. Brittany's eyes filled with tears. I just wanted a perfect wedding. Is that so wrong? Your mother is a nurse. She has money. She can afford it. That's not your money to decide how to spend, Alex said, his voice rising. That's my mother's retirement. Oh, please. She doesn't need that much for retirement. She'll be fine. How dare you, I said, standing up. I worked for 35 years. I raised Alex alone. I saved every dollar I could. And you think you're entitled to it because you want an expensive party? It's not a party. It's a wedding. It's a party, I said flatly, a very expensive party that you expected me to pay for while you manipulated my son with lies. Brittany turned to Alex, tears streaming down her face. Alex, are you going to let her talk to me like this? Alex was quiet for a long moment. Then he pulled the engagement ring off his finger. No, wait, Brittany's ring off his finger. We're done, he said quietly. What? You lied to me. You tried to manipulate my mother. You insulted her. We're done, Brittany. Alex, No, please, I'm sorry. I'll fix it. We can have a smaller wedding. It's not about the wedding, Alex said. It's about who you are. I can't marry someone who treats my mother like this. Brittany looked at me with pure hatred. This is your fault. You ruined everything. No, Alex said. You ruined it. Now leave. Brittany grabbed her purse and stormed out, screaming about lawsuits and how we'd regret this. We didn't. After she left, Alex sat down next to me. Mom, I'm so sorry. For what? For not seeing who she really was, for asking you to spend your retirement money, for not standing up for you sooner. I hugged him. You saw it eventually. That's what matters. Did you really never book anything? Not a single thing. He started laughing. That's